Hi, I'm here today to introduce to you the new Greenloo RV Pod, another one of our in-house designed and in-house manufactured pieces. As the name would suggest, it's a toilet for RVs, camper vans, boats, etc., anything that moves. But in real terms, you can have it, in a garden shed or as an occasional toilet, or in a tiny home for that matter as well. The RV pod is made from UV stabilized and chemical resistant plastic, which is obviously very important. It's recyclable as well. It is what's called a collection composting toilet. So in other words, unlike other composting toilets where you have one bin or several bins where the waste is collected, mixed with carbon-rich material, and composting happens inside that bin, which obviously means that the bin has to be reasonably large. This is a collection composting toilet, so you collect the waste in there and then you compost it in your garden composter to finish it off. Or if you're on the road, of course, you can put it into a collection point that's on, caravan parks, etc. The unit is a urine diversion unit, which is important because you don't want the solid and the liquid waste go all into the same receptacle because that limits capacity. So as you can see here, you have two openings. One at the front is for number ones, which has got a high flow opening, so there's never going to be any blockage or difficulty with flow there. And then you have your solids opening at the back, and this has what's called a chamber screen, so that opens up. You use it. When you finish, you close it back up again. You can, if you wish, use covering material, like we often use hemp, etc. for it. It's not important for this particular purpose because you're not trying to compost in there, but if it's for an aesthetic purpose, then yes, do use it. But remember, the capacity is limited in there, so you've got a 15-litre solids bucket, so the more covering material you put in, the more often you'll have to exchange it. And speaking of capacity, a 15-litre bucket I would expect on average use to last two people maybe a week, 2 weeks before you need to exchange it. So it's got a top quality toilet seat here, of course, so that's like a slow closing option here. And let me show you what's inside. It's a very simple system. We at Greenloo here, we like the KISS principle, as in keep it simple, stupid. So you have in there, you have the solids container, which is a 15-litre container that's lined with a compostable bag. You get a roll of bags with your purchase, which is, it's actually made from starch, so it composts well. So once you bag this up and dispose of it in your compost pile, it all breaks down together. And on the front here, you have a 5-litre liquids container. Now both come with a lid, of course. I'll show you this is your solids lid. Liquids, there's obviously a little screw-on cap. So when it comes to exchange, you can just put this lid on and then take this out. It's got a predetermined space where it sits in there. You empty it, put it back in, line it with another bag, and you're ready to go again. Similar with the liquids, you just take this out, you put the lid on, you put the liquids into the garden. This is not actually the real stuff, we just colored up some water. And if you want to use it as fertilizer in the garden, dilute it 5:1, 10:1 with water. So it doesn't burn your plants because it's pretty strong, but it's very nutrient rich. So we put that in there, okay. And in the back here, you have a 12-volt fan, which means there's absolutely no odor in the system, that runs 24/7 and that draws out the air through the vent outlet at the back and out into your vent system. All right. So we put that in and put that on top, and now I'll show you a very, I think it's a rather lovely invention that we did. which is your liquids indicator, which is in that window here. Now obviously you can't see a lot at the moment because it's dark. So we've integrated a LED light so it draws very little electricity into the system. Let me plug it in. And you can see here, there's your liquids bottle and here's your liquids level. So you know when it goes up to here, you're ready to take the liquids bottle out, empty it, replace, put it back in again. If you want to have a bottle up your sleeve and a bucket up your sleeve, they are available as separate items to double up. So you're not forced to empty it when you're in the middle of a rainstorm or something like that. But yeah, no, we love the design. It's quite narrow, it's quite compact, but has a large capacity, and I rather like the design. It's a sleek, modern looking design, which will be really at home in any new camper van, tiny home, any situation where you need a bit of style with your amenities. Cheers, bye.